Welcome to Istrolid Thanksgiving Tournament. Here we have a game between raaar and Juicicle. And it looks like Juicicle, here in orange, is starting with some fighters. They seem pretty long range fighters, pretty cheap. Not very cheap, but they're still kinda. They should trade pretty well against most stuff. And it looks like raaar has similar kind of heavy fighters. And yes, he's both starting to expand slowly. raaar also has this Sidewinder ship, which is speed modded, so that should be pretty good against fighters. And he also has this flagship as support, which is also a carrier. And this long-range laser ship is gonna try to poke away at the enemy. And it looks like Juicicle is also going for long-range lasers, and it's gonna come in range now. That's the first damage trader, and that's quite a bit of damage. So yeah, these are capital ships basically. And it looks like Juicicle is filling up with some autocannon, a short-range autocannon ship with afterburners. Yeah, so he's gonna. It's also carrier, interesting choice. It's gonna run out of energy quickly if there's anything in range. And both have shields, so it looks like they can't really get through the shields with just lasers, with the burst damage from the lasers. And you can see the reload is pretty long here for these laser ships. They're really just poking ships, but that's gonna prevent anything shorter range to go in without taking damage. So yeah. Yeah, Juicicle is gonna have to retreat here, but he's not taking a lot of damage and regenerate most of that damage. Maybe if all of the lasers fire at the same time, it will get through the shields, but otherwise he's gonna get time to regenerate. And he gets a fighter there, that's something. And yeah, it looks like the heavy armor is gonna counter Juicicle's ships here. He's gonna try to go in here, but I'm not sure if he has enough damage. All these plasmas are gonna do a lot of damage. He's gonna have to dodge all that damage, I think, if he's gonna stand a chance. But here comes the plasma barrage, and he's avoiding some of it, yeah, most of it. But here comes the short range. Now these ships are gonna have to do work. Will they have enough damage? They're already out of energy. They're really energy hungry. And that was a costly trade for Juicicle, I think. Yeah, these frontline ships from raaar, they're pretty cheap. Only 400 credits each. So yeah, I think Juicicle is behind after this. So we're gonna see how he tries to get back into this game. He can't really poke with the ship against the enemy ship. So yeah, I'm not sure how he's gonna try to achieve attrition. Like, yeah, he can barely punch through the shields. This ship should have about 100 shields, so yeah. Yeah. So it's even, yeah, these ships basically don't make an attrition towards each other. But raaar feels hesitant about moving out, even though he has an advantage here. I'm not sure why. I would try to push if I were him. He can easily destroy these close range ships with his plasma. And if he puts these cheap frontline ships in the front, they're gonna trade really well against his expensive ship. So if you just lose one of his plasma ships against this ship, that's a good trade for him. And this laser ship isn't gonna do much about it. It's just gonna hang back. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, it looks like Juicicle is trying to poke away at edges, and that's a good idea. I'm not sure if they have any fighters, fast fighters in their lineup, but if I were them, I would make a few fast fighters to contest these points, because you don't want to just let the enemy just stand there. And you want to trade points so you can get back into this game. Juicicle needs to get his resources up again. It looks like, yeah, both players have a real slow composition of ships. Yeah, raaar is adding in some artillery, and that artillery, yeah, there's a point defense ship that is gonna have to protect the other ships, because these ships completely lack point defense. Yeah, there's some small skirmish out here for the fighting for the points. Yeah, and this point defense is gonna have to work to prevent this artillery ship, but that also means, yeah, if he puts his ship in front of this laser ship, he's gonna take some damage. And a slight hit on that laser ship, on that heavy beam ship. Yeah, but yeah, Juicicle, he could potentially. Yeah, raaar shouldn't give him like, yeah, he can do some damage against these ships. The question is if he dare to go out on the edges and try to work them when his laser ship is out of position. Yeah, this is a really slow composition from both teams. They're really relying on heavy armor. And yeah, his point defense ship is taking some damage. Yeah, Juicicle want to avoid that. Yeah, he doesn't want to take this. This is a relatively expensive point defense ship with not that much health. So yeah, you probably don't want to let it sit in front of the enemy like this. Juicicle isn't paying attention though. I'm not sure what he's paying attention to right now. It looks like raaar is going to try to advance with his artillery. And the point defense goes down, and that leaves Juicicle defenseless against these barrages. I'm not sure why raaar isn't pushing forward. Perhaps he's feeling hesitant about all the short range damage that Juicicle has put out. But yeah, that's really all he got right now. Short range damage. So the question is, what can he do about this short range damage? And it looks like it's a ship. It's not really taking any damage. Maybe a few points of damage has gone through, but the shields is regenerating the rest. Oh, there goes a bit. So it looks like Juicicle is trying to depend on his carriers to get energy and keep the shields up on the ships. Actually, yeah. And here comes a artillery barrage, and it does some damage, but not much. He is gonna take some in return from the laser. Actually, it looks like he's breaking through the shields of the ship. It's not regenerating its hit points fast enough. Yeah, so it looks like it's raaar's games to lose. It looks like he's content with just sitting back with his heavy armor and trying to outtrade his opponent. And yeah, he is outtrading his opponent. He's doing a little bit of damage with this laser ship, but that's all that's doing damage. Slowly picking off all these units. Yeah. And Juicicle dodges that artillery barrage. And yeah, this has been raaar's trademark strategy for years now. He likes to sit behind his heavy ships and build up a huge fleet. And I'm not just gonna blame Juicicle about this. He's being outtraded a bit. Yeah, he should be more careful. Now he's taking too much damage. Now raaar has 2 laser ships. Yeah, Juicicle is gonna have to react to that. And he's reacting with fighters in behind, but I don't think he doesn't have enough point defense to defend all of this. And he's coming in with his Tesla, but it's gonna suffer a lot of damage. He needs to kill this ship. Why is he turning around? He should have killed this laser ship. And yeah, all this plasma is coming in, but it might be an expensive trade. It's gonna be an expensive trade for both of them. The Tesla is still Lauda. I guess that can help against the fighters. But now he's running out of steam, and raaar ships they're pretty well in steam. He doesn't have much left now, Juicicle. And he's gonna drain that plasma ship. He gets another kill. And yeah, Juicicle has to limp away. He still has his laser ship. But yeah, he should really have killed this other laser ship, because now he's gonna be outtraded. And yeah, raaar should just push forward these laser ships and keep them alive. And yes, he should be able to outtrade. I'm not sure how much shield this ship has. Yeah. Let's see how much shield this ship has. It has 85 shield points. And each laser does 38 damage. Okay, that's 118 damage. So yeah, these ships are going to be able to push through. So yeah, Juicicle could potentially kill this ship pretty easily. And it looks like this doesn't look like a good trade for Juicicle. No, it wasn't. This should be the end of Juicicle. GG, he declares. Outgunned, and yeah, basically the attrition wasn't in his favor. GG.